And Tim, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Greta.
The legal panel, criminal defense attorneys Jeff Brown, Mark Geragos, and Jeanine Pirro. They join us. Of course, Jeanine is the former DA and host of the show, Judge Jeanine Pirro. Jeanine, turning over those photographs and autopsy pictures and X-ray with some restrictions, right idea?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the defense is entitled to have them, and the only issue is whether or not the defense, either through the attorneys or a clerk or a secretary, might profit by selling these photos or autopsy pictures to the tabloids, and that's what the prosecution was concerned about. One of the interesting things, though, is that the judge said that I am going to decide a little later exactly how we're going to do this. Is it going to be on a secure website with a password so that no one other than the intended expert witnesses have access to it? But at the end of the day, the defense is clearly entitled to this stuff.
Mark, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. There is some complaint by the prosecution. Hello, Mark. There's some complaint by the prosecution fearing that the defense would leak it and sell it. But I guess Jeff Brown brought out last night that it's sort of equal opportunity, that there is leaking often on both sides of this, isn't there?
Well, my experience is that it's not necessarily the DA or the prosecutor, but the police are the ones who leak. And if I'm on the defense, I want some kind of a secure way that I can show that it did not come from my side or the defense side or anybody else. So if you can devise some way that it's password protected, or if you can imprint, what we've done in some cases is actually imprint on the autopsy report and imprint on the pictures themselves who gets what, so that if it does get leaked, there's a way to actually trace who leaked it, which side did.
Jeff, what's the defense? Can you sort of discern at this point what defense they're raising on behalf of Casey?
What defense they're what?
They're raising. What's her defense?
Well, we really don't know what their defense is. I think the defense is clearly going to be, though, that it was somebody else that committed this crime. They have plenty of time to be able to switch that, so I think they're holding the cards to their vest. They're waiting to see what the evidence is. They want to look at all the evidence, and then they'll announce what their defense is. But, you know, this whole discussion about the discovery being limited to the defense is built on the premise that the defense, somehow, their experts are going to leak information, the prosecutors won't. And I just don't agree with that premise to begin with. And secondly, if they're going to put restrictions on the defense, why aren't they putting restrictions on the prosecutors? It should be a level playing field. Both should have the same access to it.
And I think that's essentially what Mark and I were just discussing about the fact that, we basically want to track down who's leaked it if it has been leaked. Mark